Today we're going to talk about intermittent fasting. Not a lot, just a little. Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. I'm also inviting you along on my journey as I head south to Texas to start my off-grid project. If you're new to the channel, welcome, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. What you're watching is you're watching me walk. I know that doesn't sound super exciting, but if you consider 2.5 years ago, I couldn't even stand for a couple minutes without severe pain. Now I'm out here walking every day. It starts to make a little bit more sense. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here as well. It means a lot to me that you spend just a few moments of your day with me. I would like to ask you all to help me out just a little bit. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, drop down in the comments and say hi Bob, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. All these things are absolutely free and help me get the word out that it's never too late to change your life. Sorry, my hands are a little sticky. I just got done putting silicone sealer around the underneath side of my trailer. The footage didn't come out very good, so I came out here to take a walk real quick to talk to you guys about fasting. Right now I'm going up that hill that I start out with, and I'm picking up the pace. But intermittent fasting. Now, there's a lot of videos out there talking about fasting. 3, 4, 5 days. I know a lot of people that do that kind of fasting. That's not what I'm talking about. Intermittent fasting, where you eat 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day in a 6-hour window, so that you still end up with about 18 hours of fasting each day. Now, longer fasts are okay. You can do those if you like. I've done a couple of them during my journey, but I don't do them very often because I'm a big fan of food. I like to eat. As I said in yesterday's video, keep the pace up here, Bob. As I said in yesterday's video, when you're first starting out, just eat as often as you like, as much as you want, till you're comfortably stuffed, primarily with beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. And then this is where the fasting comes in, the intermittent fasting. I don't want you to say, oh, okay, today's the day we're going to intermittent fast. It will happen naturally over time. One morning you'll wake up and it's like, I'm not really hungry yet, so I'm gonna not eat for a while. Your breakfast comes a little bit later. And then after eating all day, you're gonna say, well, in the evening, I'm just not very hungry. I think I'll wait till morning. And just let it come to you naturally. It will eventually get to the point where you're eating 1 or 2 meals a day. There's a lot of discussion about eating earlier in the day or eating late in the day. I don't really know about all that. Since I've been on 1 meal a day, mine has been somewhere between 2 and 5 in the afternoon. I know Dave Mack eats his 1 meal a day first thing in the morning when he gets up. We both have made great progress. So does it really matter? I don't think it does. As long as you have that period of 16 to 18 hours where you're not eating. Because that's where the magic really happens. We've talked about this a lot. When you don't eat for an extended period of time, your insulin levels drop way down. Now, insulin does a lot more stuff in your body than just doing the magic with the sugar. But it is, one of its jobs is fat storage. And when your insulin is high, it's always trying to put more sugar into the cells, storing more fat. It's the storage hormone. So insulin has to be low for you to burn off your fat stores, which is what we're really after. Because when people say they want to lose weight, what they're really saying is they want to lose fat. I've never heard anybody say, oh, well, I need to lose weight, so I'd like my muscles to get weaker. I've never heard somebody say, well, I need to lose weight, so I'd like to have my bones get less dense so they don't weigh as much. I don't care if I accidentally fall down and break a hip. I've never heard anybody say that. So when people say they want to lose weight, what they're really talking about is they want to lose fat. And getting your insulin levels down is what will help with losing fat. If insulin levels are low, your body can oxidize your stored fat and use that for energy. It's very, very simple. Now, Dr. Barry and Professor K and Dr. Fung and everybody out there explains this a lot better than I do. But whereas some people will say, set a fasting schedule and stick to it, I'm more of a just let it happen naturally. You're going to have some days when you're not hungry or as hungry, so you're going to miss some meals. You're going to have some days where you don't feel like eating at all. That's how I've ended up having some slightly longer fasts. Because if you're on one meal a day, but then you don't feel like eating, well, it's pretty simple to have a 48-hour fast because you just missed one meal because you didn't feel like eating. But let it come to you naturally. Don't force it, in my opinion. Now, if you're out there forcing through and white-knuckling out a longer fast, there's nothing wrong with that. Because one of the other things we get from fasting is autophagy. That's a fancy word that basically says your body takes the old cells that aren't functioning as well, it disassembles them and makes new cells that function better. That's all it is. And that happens when we have longer fasts. But this was a really quick video today. Today is Tuesday. I have dance class this afternoon. This is actually still Monday, where I did all that yard work in the back, all that yard work in the front. I crawled under my trailer and sealed from the underneath side with silicone. And now when I get down to Texas and get the trailer emptied out, I'll seal around the inside because it's too loaded now and I don't want to unload it just to seal around the inside. I'll do that when I get down to Texas. But so I'm that little bit of a walk I just did is plenty. But just remember, don't force fast. You can if you want, but I don't recommend it. I'm a big fan of just letting the fasting and intermittent fasting come naturally to us, because there will be times when you're just not hungry. Hopefully some of what I said today made sense. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.